everybody? Grant Miller here, Miami Community News, a.k.a. The Elf. I'm with Gabriel home instead, but that's not what we're not here to talk about your business. We're talking about, what is it called? Be Santa again?
Be a Santa to a senior.
Yeah, but I like it. Be a Santa again, every holiday. So let's talk about first your business organization. Tell me a little bit about it.
So thank you. I want to say thank you first. I appreciate you allowing me to be here again. I was here a couple of years ago. About 2003, Gisela, my sister, founded Home Instead in Miami. And,
Younger sister, of course.
My older sister, 13 years older. I call her my big little sister. And 3 years after that, she asked me to join her. So we've been on board now for close to 25 years. We provide care for older adults in the community. Very humbling experience. Probably the longest I've ever done anything is to be able to come into somebody's home and, be able to deal with their life event, whatever it is that's going on in their life, and then find the appropriate person, the care pro, to be able to take care of them. It's extremely personal. It really puts things in perspective,
How many clients do you have? Do you call them clients? Do you call them patients? What do you call them?
We call them clients. We call our care pros, our employees.
How many do you take care of in a month?
50, 60.
All over Dade County?
All over the county, yeah. From Aventura all the way down to a little past Homestead. So we'll go into Ocean Reef, Anglers Cove, down there. Some people just need to go to the movies and have somebody to socialize, and then some folks need around-the-clock care.
So does a care pro take them to the movies?
Yeah, take them to the movies, take them shopping, take them to the doctors, get their nails done, get your hair done. The whole goal is for you to remain as independent as possible in your own home.
Yeah, why don't you talk about the core services that you provide?
Everything from meal preparation to light housekeeping, transportation. We deal a lot with Alzheimer's. We deal a lot with Parkinson's. People who are going through any type of surgery and just need a little bit of time to kind of bounce back and heal. So it could be as little as 4 hours, or it could be as much as around the clock.
Wow. Now that I'm getting close to that age, you think about that.
That's what your brother said.
That I'm getting closer. He's getting closer.
He said, I'm here for you.
So let's talk about Be a Santa to Senior. Now, you've been doing this how long?
20 years.
So you started this, you spinned off from your business or your company.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with our business. This really is about the folks in the community that are in nursing homes. They're in memory wards. They're in adult daycares. We've always seen these folks as the ones that kind of paved the way for us, the ones that did the jobs before we were ever around. So laid the groundwork for us. So this is our way of giving back.
All right. So you've been doing it 20 years. The first year, how many people did you service?
We did about 24 at West Gables Rehab.
Wow. And now how many people do you serve?
1,000.
Each
one gets at least 2 or 3 gifts.
Wow. So sorry about that.
It's all right.
I got here some things that says a person's name Martinez. They would like pajamas, soap, and clothing, washcloths. Now,
how simple is that?
So that's how much?
$20, maybe.
Now, if somebody says, can we just give you the money? Do we have to get the items?
You don't have to. You can make a donation. You can go to Be a Santa to a Senior 305 at gmail.com.
Can you get that?
And that'll go directly into the account, so we then can go shopping.
Alex, you got that?
Be a Santa to a Senior 305.
Let's run it across the board. Awesome. So a couple years ago, it seems like it was just a year ago, but it was a couple years ago, you used to do it at Gables High School.
Still doing it at Gables High School.
And if you really want to understand what you do, you got to volunteer and be at that. What do you call that? Assembly line?
We call it the gift wrapping event. That kind of culminates everything. We've been very fortunate, Grant, to, people, and I say this all the time. Miami gets a bad rap, and Miami's a very giving community. People see it for all the superficiality, but when you get your boots on the ground, what the people are like. And it's a very, very giving community. We've partnered with Intercredit Bank for the first time. Intercredit Bank actually came to our office and helped us wrap all the boxes that later get distributed around town for collection sites.
So they help financially.
They came in and they actually went to work. They got into my conference room. We built the boxes. They helped me wrap them. They took 4 or 5 boxes themselves. They've adopted close to 100 seniors through their own branch and their own network. Coral Gables Chamber of Commerce, the Rotary Club of South Miami, the Gentleman's Journal, Next Level Compass. I mean, I've got a whole list here of people that have supported us for many years.
You're going to be serving 1,000 people.
Yeah, 1,000 people are going to get presents.
And you just put it in a bag and you bring it to them?
They go and they give it to us. So we'll go ahead and stop at a location. So let's say I'll go to the Tremblay Law Firm and I'll pick up the box and they'll have facilitated gifts for 25 people. I then start taking all that back to our office. U-Haul here on 67th and US 1.
Right.
They give me a 22-foot truck. I then unload on the 13th of December, load that truck, take it to the high school, unload everything. We then section off all of the different programs. So if you look at your ornament has a number 6.
Yeah, so what does that mean?
That means that that's the name of the location. So I can protect the identity of
this person.
Orestes or
And
Martinez.
there's 2 numbers and there's another number. This says 60. This one says 6 and 64.
I think they did that on purpose to identify the number of the person. So that doesn't mean anything. What you want is the actual 6.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's pretty emotional for you. I mean, some of these people, they have no relatives. They have no family. You are the family.
It's tough, man. You every year I say, I don't know if I could do this again until I do it. Every year. I've been saying that for years. Because it really is a labor of love. It takes an enormous amount of time and energy.
How many hours of packing is it?
The day that we get to the high school is probably about 3 or 4 hours. It goes pretty quick.
Yeah, but you have 15 people there.
The hundreds of people there. You were there one year.
Yeah.
You saw there was like 80 people there.
Yeah, it was mind-boggling because it was all over, and it's like if you don't know what to do, you get pushed to the side.
You got to have people that are going to check the list. You're going to have people that are going to wrap, people that are going to cut, people that are going to say, okay, this one's done. Let me put it away. Once it all culminates, we like to, check everything off, make sure everybody got something. So you'll see it broken down into sections. And then on the other side of the cafeteria, it'll be unisex. So it'll be tables of stuff that could go either way. And then there's a table for men, and then there's a table for women. Because these things get lost. So if they get lost, we want to make sure that we have a backup.
You put the number on the package.
So we have a hard list. Yeah, we have a hard list that tells us who, if Oreste in fact did get lost, we'll match it up to where it is, and then they can make sure that he gets what he needs. They go to the other side of the cafeteria. They get what he wants. They wrap it up. We have blank ones. They'll put his name back on it and stick it, and then he gets a personalized present.
The nursing homes you go to, people drive by. If you don't have a relative old or a relative that's in those nursing homes, you have no clue.
Sometimes you don't even know that it's a nursing home.
Right.
Just a building.
Just a building.
Yeah, it's a building in Alapata, in the middle of that, junkyard, that auto parts part of the city that, I didn't even know we had a part of the city like that until I went there.
Right. We all live in our own little
bubble, man.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. These adult daycares, they're all over the place. But if you don't know, they're kind of snug inside of a strip mall.
That's for the daycares.
The daycares.
Yeah, I see. You see them now popping up more.
They're everywhere. The memory wards. I get a lot of these that say, I want, I want a doll or I want a teddy bear, and those go a long way when you have some type of cognitive impairment and you're 80, 90 years old. It brings you comfort. It's something that they want to hold on to.
It's interesting because you hear people at this age. I met a 91-year-old man, fully functional, talking to me about 1961 when he came from Cuba. I'm going, that's 63 years ago.
Yeah.
And he's talking about it like it was yesterday. He says, I'm doing fine, blah, blah, blah. I'm going, wow. Then you got somebody who's 78 struggling.
Right. Grant, I learned one thing, and that's you need relationships. You need to exercise, you need to eat well, and you need to get out of your comfort zone. If you stay home and you become introverted and all you want to do is watch TV and not go, the less you do, the less you want to do.
I read somewhere, average man dies after 7 or 8 years after retirement if they don't do anything.
And my uncles are a testament to that. They were too busy working. I got this whole presentation on, do you live to work or you work to live? What do you do? And I use my family as the example of men that came to this country, kicked ass, and then retired and died. They got sick or some life event, something happened, whether it was Lou Gehrig's disease or whether it was a faulty pacemaker or it was Parkinson's, just all of them, almost all of them. And they were 8 on my dad's side. And,
wow.
Yeah.
And they all retired.
They all retired and they all died. Maybe one of them got away, One of them got away. He made it to his 90s. My mom now is 93 years old.
You
still take her to the casino and buy her whiskey. That's the way I want to go.
And probably a little a smoke of a pipe or something, or
I wish.
Cigar.
She keeps telling me to find her a doctor to get legal marijuana. I said, no, Mom, we're not there yet.
Yeah. So you told me that you have seen clients or patients who want to die.
Yeah, for sure.
And what happens to you?
I listen. I think that's why I've been able to do this for so long. I'm a good listener, and I ask questions. It's you never understand family dynamics. We never know what's going on the other side of that door.
That's correct.
Everything looks real pretty on social media, but the real nuts and bolts happen inside when you're with your family. That's really what counts. And to be given a window into that, I consider it
a blessing.
A blessing. I consider it. I take honor in that, because you're allowing me to come into your home and you're allowing me to listen and see how is it that we can help.
Now, your children back then used to be fully engaged. Are they still engaged?
Logan now not so much because he's 16 and
in the marching band.
The Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, and he's just entrenched.
Let's talk about that. How many they do for the football game?
Yeah, they do the football.
And how many days a week do they practice?
About 5 days, 4 to 5 days a week, weekends included, Saturdays included.
They just came back from Indianapolis.
Just got back from Indianapolis. They did 3.
Who pays for that?
3 nights. Come on, man.
Homestead pays.
For those parents out there, make sure your kid really wants to play that instrument, because
what instruments does he play?
He plays the alto sax.
What is that?
Saxophone.
Oh.
Yeah, he plays the saxophone, and he's good at it. It used to sound like animals were dying for many months there, and now he actually carries a good tune.
Well, I know that in the past, 20, 30 years ago, band people never got scholarships. Now they get scholarships to college.
Now they get scholarships.
And they can get into a great school. What year is he in?
He's a junior. So we're starting to flirt with that now.
Like where he wants to go?
Yeah. Where he wants to go, what does he want to do?
Well,
he wants to do what he loves. He's an artist. He loves to draw, he loves to create, and that's been since he was a little boy.
And your daughter is how old?
No, I got 2 boys.
2 boys. The other son?
The other one's 13. He basically sleeps with a basketball. He turns 13 this December.
And where does he play basketball?
He plays for the charter school, and he plays for Team Culture, which is a travel team.
From Parkland area?
Yeah, in Coral Springs. They go as far down as to Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale, different places. They recently won a championship a couple weekends ago.
Is he tall?
He's taller than his brother and taller than his mother for a 12-year-old. He's already beat me on a wingspan.
Is somebody tall in your family?
I'm 6 foot, man. He's close. He's gonna get.
But he's got big arms.
His arms are longer than mine now. He's got me by an inch on both sides.
It's funny because I love listening to all the Michael Jordan stories. How he's just so competitive. We put it this way: we figure out our differences on the court. He and I. I used to be able to beat him easily. That's not the case anymore. How exciting!
I can't believe at his age what he's doing.
Does he bump you hard?
Yeah.
It's great, right?
Yeah, he fucking hits me, man.
You got a hoop at the house?
Yeah, we got a hoop at the house, and we spend a lot of time at the park. He's another one that puts in a lot of hours at his craft. 2-hour practices. I'm not coaching him anymore. I coached him for a little over 5 years. So to see him now develop with players that are up to his caliber. It's just a different game. It's a different speed. We were playing recreational. It's not the same.
That's called rec ball.
It's called rec ball. And I had to draft a new team every couple of months, and so it's tough to get continuity when you only have 2 or 3 months.
I'm a big believer on that because look all the friends he made.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know anybody in my community until I started coaching. My connections are here in the Gables in South Miami.
Right.
This is where I work and play.
So your job, you have a headquarters?
We have an office right by the airport on 72nd.
72nd and what?
Airport Executive Towers, which is 12th,
right
off of Miami-Dade. So we see airplanes all day long. It's a central location. It allows us to get anywhere. Allows our care pros to come from wherever they are.
And care pros, are they nurses or they could be anything?
These are certified nurses aides and home health aides. Yeah, incredible human beings. What these women do. Men too. I got a few men.
I was just going to say.
Yeah, I got a few men. When you need them, I don't have them, or when I have them, I don't need them.
Well,
that's really the way it is. But they're angels, man.
Okay, so I got these. Where's the camera? Right here. So we got the Santa thing right here. Can you put in this camera right in front of me? There you go. So where do we get these?
These now are starting to run out. But what they can do is there's drop-off locations. If you go to our Home Instead Miami Facebook page.
Can you put that up?
It should be home_Miami, home_instead Miami. You should find it just by searching at Home Instead Miami. We got an event page there. You can see all our sponsors.
That's important.
Yeah, or you could just reach out to the number 786-845-0888, and we're happy to accept blankets, any type of toiletries.
New.
Everything's got to be new. This gentleman right here is looking for a large sweater, some socks, and some shaving cream.
This person's looking for bath towels, cologne, a robe.
Here I got bath towels, cologne, socks, soft blanket, body wash, pajamas, large. It's simple stuff. It's things that bring comfort. And the beautiful thing is that when they receive it, it's got their name on it. And they're wondering, how did you know my size? How did you know what I needed? And we can't do that without the activity directors and the social workers within these places, because I don't know any of these folks.
Yeah, this one just wants slippers. Such a common little thing. And they expect it. When do they get it?
Well, after the wrapping party, they all take their stuff with them. I used to take it back to storage. I don't do that anymore. I've become more of a delegator throughout the years.
Keep it simple.
Try to take it in as simple and in stride.
All right, Gabriel, what you do is unbelievable work. You and your family.
Thank you, man.
And be a Santa to a senior. He'll put it across the bottom. Tick or take. You're going to put it on there, the webpage. And if you have any questions, he can find you everywhere, right?
We're all over the place. We're on LinkedIn. We're on Instagram. I'm the local senior care guy on Instagram. I like to post kind of things that I'm going through, things that we're seeing in the field. Stories with my mother and my aunt, the 93 and 95-year-old, still going to the casino, having a good time.
Which casino?
They go to the one in Coral Springs, which is...
that's near Hard Rock, right?
It's not near Hard Rock. It's right in Coral Springs. I want to say...
Doesn't matter. So if you find two people in the 90s with a shot of whiskey, that's them.
That's them. One's got a walker. The other one's still...
What do they play? Nickel?
They throw $20 inside the slots, and they whatever lines... each line is like 25 cents.
And they just keep playing.
The adrenaline. There's no pain when you're playing, man. Everything goes away.
It's beautiful.
There's no pain. It's incredible.
All right. Be a Santa to a senior. You have any questions, go on their webpage, Facebook, LinkedIn. They're there. It's a great organization, Gabriel.
Thank you.
As always, it's a pleasure.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Happy holidays to everybody.
Thank you, sir.